Well, welcome back to Jakarta here in Indonesia. The last group action as Iran face the defending champions Spain. The very last game of group action before we get into classifications and top 16 games. Spain being introduced to this arena, the defending champions. I'm Mark Clark, with me Shona Thorburn. They've just looked like the defending champions from the minute they stepped on the floor.
Absolutely. They went back in 2019, a very different team. There's only 5 players on this team who were there back in 2019, including they're missing the MVP, but they have another MVP point guard, 19 years old, Juan Núñez. We'll talk about him. He has had to step up and play like a leader and a veteran, and he has done that in their first 2 games. They had a big win over Cote d'Ivoire, 94-64 on opening day, and then they beat Brazil 96-78, but that score is not indicative of how the game went. Spain, it was neck and neck until about the 4th quarter, and then you just kind of saw the bench, the talent, and the strength of Spain in that 4th quarter, and that's why we saw them pull off an 18-point game.
Well, Scariolo says that Núñez is one of the pillars of the team, and that's how he gets treated regardless of his age. And for Sergio Scariolo to talk about you in those terms must be such a confidence giver to Juan Núñez. Iran, well, they said right before this tournament started they were in a transitional time. The leader, the long-standing veteran, the superstar of Iranian basketball, Hamed Haddadi, you know, is trying to lead this group, trying to teach this group, trying to take this group as far as they can. And he's got really solid moments in every game. They were so close to winning the game against the Cote d'Ivoire yesterday, oh, sorry, the day before yesterday. That was a heartbreaker for them.
Yeah.
Hakan Demir, coaching-wise, really did react to it badly because he wanted the team to get that confidence-building win.
Yeah.
He's just got to love the way that Haddadi leaves the team, though.
I mean, there's a reason why he is on the floor just 8 months out of a very serious Achilles injury. And he is there. He's a leader. You see him talking the entire time, positive, negative. He is trying to teach this young team. And you mentioned it. They're one of the youngest teams in the competition at around 26 years of age. The big loss against Cote d'Ivoire, 69-71, and then game day 1, they lost to Brazil 59-100, but they looked better against Cote d'Ivoire. Not a lot to play for in this game. We know that Spain is going to finish first, but Iran, I mean, now it's about trying to get into a qualification tournament for the Olympics, so any win possible, you go after.
Well, here is the schedule. Brazil getting that 89-77 win to confirm 2nd place. Iran and Spain, the nightcap game, the final group game that we will have here in Jakarta. Here's the current table. Spain will go top with the 3-0 record if they get the win, and Iran will finish bottom, and they take those results forward into the next round of games, whether they be classification or top 16. We'll be back to talk about this more after the national anthems of both countries. That will start with Spain.
We begin with the anthem of Spain. Please remain standing for the national anthem of Iran.
various books that would take a lot of volumes. Get a look at the third team on the floor. Julian Aya, Juan Fernandez, and Johnny Batista. Panama, Argentina, and Puerto Rico that will take charge of this tie. And I suppose the only thing that really could go wrong here for Spain is, obviously they've got to get the job done. They don't want to get complacent. They won't want to get sloppy. They want to keep that same level going on.
Yeah, but I also think that they still have a lot of things that they need to work on, and they need to get better today and work on those things as they progress in this tournament. And, obviously if you're a betting person, Spain most likely will win today. But Spain are not at their best. They haven't had that. This group has not had that much time together. And for me, this is a great learning opportunity and a chance to work on some things that maybe Coach Scariolo thinks have not been going well as we see the starting lineup. So the Hernan Gomez brothers, Abrines, Nunez, and back into the starting lineup. How about that, Joel Parra?
Well, that's the same starting lineup that started game day one. I mean, Joel Parra played, what, minute and a half, 2 minutes yesterday, or day two. Juan Nunez in Germany bucks a trend. The Spanish development system is world renowned, but he decided to take the step and go to Germany. Played in the German Pro League last season. Youngest player with 10 points, 10 plus rebounds, 5 plus assists. And it's not about mentioning him in the same breath as anyone else. He's in his own space now. Santiago Aldama came in here, good season in the NBA, but he came to play against Brazil, 15 points, really was solid off that very, very deep bench for Sergio Scariolo, who, as we've said on numerous occasions, arguably one of the most successful international coach there has been in terms of championships.
Yeah.
And if he's not he's up there with the greats of international coaching. Iran have had some great success over recent years in Asia Championships. Sadadi himself has won various accolades as well as team medals. It's just, this is a transitional period.
Yeah, exactly. It's a transitional period. They said that coming into this tournament. I'm sure they would have liked to get that win over the Côte d'Ivoire, and that probably stung, but I think it's also a learning experience, and that's why Haddadi is there, comes off the bench for them, as you see Amini Yakchali, a game that he had the other day, and Kazimi. I mean, this team is young, but at what point do you say, okay, now it's time to step up? I mean, they played in Asia Cup. Some of them were there back in 2019 as well. So they are experienced, and they have been around. I mentioned it, Yakchali. I thought he had a great game the other night, and he's a big reason for their win. 19 points, played almost 35 minutes for them in that all-important win over the Côte d'Ivoire. And then Mohamed Amini there, 15 points.
Well, we said it in the commentary about Amini. He almost reflects the team. When do you stop being a talented youngster? When do you become and get treated in the same way that Juan Nunez has happened? Well, yeah, he's really talented, but he's on the senior national team in the World Cup. You don't get any points for having young guys on the team. It's those guys, and Amini in particular had a great first quarter in the Côte d'Ivoire game. Maybe his inexperience is the thing that he lost his way a little bit in the game, picked up some fouls, but he was really, really impressive. And if they want a transitional generation, then he's one of the guys that they'll have to build this team around going forward, and to see if they can get back to the levels they were at. The best team in Asia, playing in Olympic Games, doing well in World Cups. That's where they want to be because they've tasted it. Now they've got to go through that rebuilding process that you go through as your generation changes. I think the other thing that you mentioned there about Spain, we've always said you got to get through the first round, you got to win your games, but you are going to get better as those games go on, because 5 games is not even a club pre-season. It's not a lot of time. Yeah, you've got great players, but you still got to put those guys into a team.
Yeah, exactly. And, I mentioned it quickly. This isn't the same team that they had back in 2019 when they won. It's not the same team that they had in 2022 when they maybe surprised a lot of us and won the Eurobasket. There were 7 players on that team, but that's, they're missing one of their stars. You see the 10-game win streak in the World Cup, which dates back to 2019. You know, Brown was a big factor for them with 15 points, over 7 assists a game during that amazing World Cup Eurobasket run, excuse me. Obviously, Ricky Rubio not here, and that's why we're seeing Nunes having to step up. And I love the way that Scariolo's talking about him. Yeah, he's young, and we've had to fast-track him a little bit as we see the countdown clock there. They've had to fast-track him, but being young, Scariolo basically, in not so many words, has said, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that you're young. You have to compete now. We've given you the reins. And so far, he has done that in the last 2 games.
Well, he tasted that senior national team debut during the World Cup qualifiers. He even tasted the defeat when Italy beat Spain at home in those qualifiers. It was already a case of both teams having qualified to come to the World Cup, but to lose at home for Spain is not a normal occurrence. So, you know, Nunes understood the responsibility because he tasted that, and in some ways that may have helped him. So, Spain out on the floor, waiting for Iran to join them. Interesting that Sergio Scariolo has gone back to exactly the same starting lineup for game day 1. Maybe he's looked at games and said this will be the best lineup. You know, the consistency is Nunes and the Hergen Gomez brothers, and that looks like it's the core. And the other thing about Nunes is, as the point guard, he is becoming much more vocal as this tournament goes on. He's like leading, he's communicating with Coach Scariolo on a regular basis. As I say that, he's just doing it again. And it's just great to see great players developing in front of your eyes. And in Spain's case, it's a bit deja vu when you look at the Sergio Rodriguez, the Ricky Rubio generation of players that came through. So, another game in the learning process of Juan Nunes. Well, welcome to Jakarta. Spain, the defending World Cup holders, take on Iran in the white, Spain in the red. Last day of group action. Parra has it in the post, goes to work, nice little scoop pass. Ball's lost control of. Parra saves it, still 7 on the shot clock. Nunes recognizes the time, gets it out to Hergen Gomez, doesn't get it to go. And Iran will get a first look at it, and Spain lost their way a little bit. The one thing that you can be sure of is that the coaching staff of Spain will hold as a team to account for their performance. Barry gets it off. Step back 3 is good. Super start, nice little handoff. And Hugo Grant knocked down the 3. Nunes goes inside. Parra again getting early touches. Again, Gomez, a second curl. Little hang time for 2 is good.
The dangerous thing about Spain is really everyone is a threat on the floor, and you can't fall asleep away from the ball or just get caught watching the ball.
Well, the long 2 is off. Hugo gets another look at the 3-point line. He can't get it to go. Great work on the glass by Ali Akbari. And Ali Akbari, I thought, did well at the start of the game yesterday, but didn't come back later on. And obviously the game got very tight, very close. And
yeah, he has been playing limited minutes, but then of course they bring in Haddadi and they play him as much as probably possible.
Parra outside, looks at options as Abrina swings the baseline. 10 on the possession, Nunes. One shot again, go with Parra's got to go up, only 4 on the clock. Turnaround jumper is off. Not the normal sharp tempo for Spain. Ali Akbari will look to reverse, does reverse. Hugo Grant backs it out. Nine on the possession. Echeli goes down low with the pass. Remy puts it on the floor. The quick release on the 3-point line is no good, and Spain just don't give you an inch of space defensively. Abrines Lines up the three, is short.
Maybe took too much time on that,
almost
on that shot, yeah.
Second guessed himself. Shall I shoot it? Goran hands it off. Yakchili. Ali Akbari goes up, is fouled. He'll go to the free throw line. Ali Akbari, 2 meters 18, real attribute for this Iranian team. And big guys take a little bit longer sometimes to mature, and
I mean,
a lot of body to get ready.
He's 27 years old, but you know, since he's been with this team, this Iranian team, he's been playing behind Haddadi. So I'm sure that he has learned from him and progressed from him. And it'll be interesting to see when, you know, maybe the time comes where he's the go-to big man all the time.
Well, at 2 meters at 18, you don't get any smaller. You might get tired, but you're still 2 meters 18, and if he can learn from one of the greats of Iranian basketball, he's going to be a real attribute. Here's Nunes, takes the ball screen. Hergen Gomez pops, puts it on the floor, down the lane for 2. A lot of youngsters in the gym love that. Overplay and gamble at your peril. Extra pass to the corner. Actually knocks down the 3. And as he showed yesterday, he can knock down an open look. Giguran picks up the personal. You always find out in the World Cup, people like Yakchali had a great game yesterday. Can he back it up with another game back-to-back? Well, he started well. Nunes.
And you know, can he back it up against, you know, one of the best, traditionally one of the best defensive teams internationally in Spain as well.
So Iran have the 8-4 lead. There's a nice ring about it if you're an Iranian fan. Nunes on the flare, goes down the lane, wraps the pass, and it's the type of thing that you would almost expect Spain to be a little bit off when they're not having to play against a good team. But you can't disrespect anybody here.
And Coach Scariolo said that in the press conference, though. Someone asked him about, you know, Canada and Brazil, and he goes, well, first we have Iran, and you know, you don't ever want to look past anyone. Also, when you look past teams, you play sloppy, it becomes dangerous.
Yeah. And national team basketball the history is littered with examples of upsets where teams have already had a win given to them, and they don't deliver on it because they're already expecting to happen. Yakchali steps back for it, doesn't get it to go this time. Again, Gomez with a rebound. Nunes has it. Spain not running either, not really getting into transition. Nunes down the lane, wraps the pass, almost turns it over, ends up with Hergen Gomez for 3, is no good. Goran gets it down the floor. Kazemi will move it on. Spain just forcing the ball down the single side, but it ends up breaking to them. Goran can't make the little push. Again, Gomez down the lane, got a push, gets the 2.
Defensively, I really think that's what Spain does to you. They make you play outside of your comfort zone. Look how far away they're getting into their office, away from the basket, away from the three-point line, away from scoring range.
Yeah. Charlie in the lane, over his head with a little pass, little floater is no good. Should have finished the play. Spain have a chance to tie or lead it on this possession. Nunes. Willie Hergen Gomez. They wrap it. Para open for 3 is way off. Yakchali, guarded by Nunes, takes the ball screen, looks to turn the corner, gets into a drive lane. Beautiful finish. Juancho Hernan Gomez has it knocked away, stays with the play, doesn't finish. And I think Scariolo's gonna have to look at the bench to pick this up a level, because this is a very, let's just say, slow or sloppy start by Spain. Made even worse.
You mentioned it. How do you get up for a game like this? And I think every time you have your country's name across your chest, that should be a reason to get up for the game. Doesn't matter who you're playing with.
Kazemi with the easy 2, and Spain on the wrong end of a 15-6 start. No panic from the Spanish bench, but not what they were expecting to happen, and that's unfortunately how it looks. They weren't expecting Iran to come out, play as solidly as this. You only have to be that 10% off, and you're playing with a pack again. Grigorin goes inside. Alabari is blocked. Love the fact he tried to take it up, though. Recovers it, puts up the short jumper, doesn't make it. Willy Hernan Gomez will advance the basketball. Nunes lines up the 3 and nails it. Instead is the ship. And in the blink of an eye, it's back to a 4-point game. Grigorin gets it off. Yakchali. Baru, nice little handoff. Yakchali gets it back. Iran deep, I've got to put it up, and there's a foul as Ali Akbari just held his space, demanded the basketball. Didn't back down, took it up to throw it down, and again Gomez blocked it, but stayed with the play. Ali Akbari's going to sit. He's replaced by Mazahi. Mazahi had a really solid game yesterday. It really does what it says on the tin. He's a 5-spot player. He plays like a 5-spot player. Doesn't want to do anything he's not capable of. Mashayeki in the game, gets it up to Yakshali. Amini. Amini looks to challenge. He's got to put this up. There's only 2 on the clock. Takes the tough one, gets it to go, and recognized that it's switched. And look what he looked like yesterday, which is a very talented player. Para in the block. Has an advantage, tries to go to work. Yule needs a pass. Aldama gets it off to Diaz. Attacks the closeout. Para in the corner for 3 is good. They are patient.
They are really patient, and they make you have to defend multiple actions. They're continuously moving, passing the ball.
Agamiri in the game as well for Iran as they start to get into deep rotations, as Yakchali will sit as well. Replaced by Vahidi. Victor Claver checks in. Claver and Garuba and Aldama is the front line for Spain. Mohamed Sina Vahedi, or Sina Vahedi, will inbound the basketball. Shackley needs a pass, finds one. Little jump hook is no good. Great work on the glass though. Agamiri just went after it. Mazzari in the block again, gets it off. Amini. The 3 is no good, and they're on the glass again, Iran. Amini feels the double team, reverses it down the lane, kicks it off. Amini just about secures it. Oh, nice little step with a block.
And I think they might call goaltending, saying the ball hit the backboard. Oh no, they called a foul, excuse me.
I wasn't, there's the block, but are they literally saying he landed on it? Great decision by Amini to see the drive lane that deep and then just took it strong, didn't back out. Garuba is an intimidator and protector of the ring. But Amini said, I'm taking it. Finds himself on the free throw line to increase this lead to 5. As we said to you in game day 2, didn't play senior pro, but had 1 game with the Pro A team at Monaco, played in the Espoir under-21 league. Can't make a free throw. Also the Adidas Next Generation tournament, one of the biggest age group tournaments there is. And then he finds himself playing in the World Cup. What a story. Sergi Yu in the lane, floater off the glass. I think over the years we might have seen that a few times.
A few times. Did you watch the EuroLeague final this year too? I think he was 1 for 11 in the game, and coach says, do you want the last shot? Because of course.
Of course he wants it.
Of course he wants it. What does he do? Nothing but net. They win.
Zahi gets it to the corner, blocked. Aldama came over. There's a queue of people trying to block that one. Yule stops, pops, can't get it to go at the end of the quarter. And for those of you who thought that Iran was showing up here just to make up the numbers, they lead the defending World Cup holders 17-16 after the first quarter.
Well, this isn't the first time that we've seen Spain start a little slow. As you see the shooting, Iran, not bad, 50%. Spain, only 33%. They are shooting 63 from 2%. And, you know, like I was just saying quickly, this is not the first time that we have seen them start slow. I'm sure it's not something that Scariolo wants to see and wants to see continue, and that's why I think this game can be important for a team like Spain, but also Iran. I was thinking, you know, as soon as the schedule came out and you said, okay, this is kind of the end of a generation, we're a really young team, we have a lot of up-and-comers, you have the opportunity to challenge yourself against the #1 team in the world and some of the best players in the world. And one of the teams that play, I think, at least here in Jakarta, some of the best team basketball. It's such a great opportunity and experience for these young Iranian players to be able to say, you know what, yeah, I played against, you know, Willie, the MVP of the Eurobasket last year. I got to go up against a 5-time World Cup participant in Rudy Fernandez. And that's, you know, win or lose for Iran, that's something that I think, you know, they'll cherish. And that's why I'm not surprised they came out and they're trying to do as best they can against the #1 team.
Well, the Courtside 1891 app is there. There's the QR code. Download it, get it from your normal source, and watch all the action from not only this World Cup, but international club and national team competition, qualifiers, you name it. You can get it via Courtside. So Spain will go with the same 5 that finished the first quarter, as will Iran. Mashayeki gets it off, gets it back. Just about gets it moving to Mirazi. He goes to the floor, gets inside, looks to go a little fade away, that's blocked. Diaz will hunt it down, and Spain, very little transition action so far. Mostly down to the fact that Iran have got back in transition really well. Aldama goes up and gets the and one. Was going to throw it down hard, but had to bail out of that because of the foul. Mirazahi came across from the outside and he'll step out. And I don't think it's too much to say that Mohamed Haddadi's living legend status checks into the game.
I mean, not just in Iran. I think a lot of these players who in this tournament also have respect and know who he is. You know, especially the Asian countries definitely know who he is. But I mean, in 2008 at the Olympics, led the tournament. He's in the record books. He led the tournament in rebounds and block shots, and he is a legend.
Yeah.
Not just, he's a basketball legend.
He'll hand it off. Just about hangs on. The corner long three is knocked away. Chance of Diaz to run. Little down the floor. Clever is fouled on the way to the hoop, and that's the first time Spain have really got out and run.
I do think, you know, Spain compared to teams in the past, they don't have a superstar. You know, Ricky Rubio back in 2019 just balled out. I mean, there's a reason why he was the MVP and why Spain won, and he was a big reasons for that. And then, you know, we can go all the way back to 2010 to 2012. You know, all of their medals in Olympics or FIBA or Eurobaskets, World Cups. And they usually always had at least a superstar, if not maybe multiple superstars. This year, I don't believe that this team has a superstar. And maybe it's why we see them get out to slower starts. But I think as the game wears on, they're going to really wear teams out because they can play 1 through 12. Doesn't matter who's on the court. The intensity, nothing, especially defensively, nothing goes down.
Well, Clever just pulls it down, looks long, super pass. Aldama has it. Clever gets it back. Garuba's on the glass. He can't get it to go either. And Spain are gradually clicking into gear. Haddadi. Nice pass. Oh, Garuba. Gets the block. Garuba down the other end. Has it knocked away. Stays with the play. Aldama with a tough fade away for two. And the ball will stay with Iran, although Clever says he didn't touch it.
The ball stays. Go.
Well, Spain trailing at the end of one, lead at 23-17. Iran pointless in this second quarter. There's a foul, changes that straight away out of bounds. They move the ball to get someone open. These guys do a nice job. They can all shoot the perimeter jump shot. Diaz wraps it, Garuba moves it on. Yule in the lane. Nice pass. Diaz leans back for two. Everybody moves, everybody can see the basketball. Daddy wants to hand off and does. Azafar goes back to him. Shayaki. Wow, they just left him alone and offered him the three. And Jalal Agamiri just knocked it down.
This is probably the best 13 minutes that we have seen Iran play consecutively. You know, I think they've been playing at a high tempo. I know they're down 3 now, but I think they've been playing at a high tempo since tip-off.
Yep. Garuba with his feet set for three. Not a sight you normally see. Garuba looking to shoot the three. Couldn't make it. And Iran on this trip have a chance to tie it. Super pass. I mean, every single unbelievable passer. You know, his touch passes around the keyway, tremendous. His vision. And you'd always say to people, put the ball where they're going. Well, no one does it better than him.
Yeah. Yeah, you feel like every time he touches the ball on offense, something good happens for this Iran team.
Navid Razafar on the free throw line. Catches one in the jaws of the hoop. Doesn't get the drop. Iran will show the 2-3 zone on this possession. Aldama is the man looking to reverse the basketball. Israel in the game. Aldama high, reposition, deep three in the corner is short. Kleber keeps it alive. Aldama puts it on the floor. And they'll turn it over.
Maybe got a little bit too fancy.
Iran down 23-25. Chance to lead it or tie it on this possession. Razafar moves it on. Haddadi in the block. Interesting matchup. Leans back for two. Doesn't get it to go. Aldama cleans up the mess. Chance for Sergi Yul to lead the break. Turns the corner, gets inside, it kicks it. Kleber opening the wing on the corner. Doesn't let it go. And Spain will look to recycle it. Back cut. Garuba gets it back off the board. Has to go himself. I'm not sure why it was a reset.
Touched the rim.
Did it touch the rim?
It did touch the rim, yeah. It wasn't a shot, but it touched the rim, so I don't think it meant, see.
I thought it just came bouncing back off the backboard.
I think Haddadi there had a little bit of a reason to complain to the referee, saying, I didn't really touch him.
Alex Abrinas checks back in as Spain have definitely improved their rhythm, their sharpness with this lineup on the floor. 5:38 to go in the first half. Usman Galuba can't complete the three-point play. Haddadi looks long. Yakshali doesn't want to go up, gets it off. Rogan comes back. Haddadi wants in the block. Normally when he wants it, he'll get it. Yakshali. Haddadi rolls. Sergi Yul and one. Sergi Yul came over. And there's no way he's going to take that off. Haddadi.
I mean, it's the right. He maybe needed to try and come a little bit earlier. But yeah, you're not going to stop Haddadi when he catches that low in movement.
Sergi Yul has had his fair share of injuries in the last few years. It's great to see him out here at a World Cup. Has the basketball. Garuba moves it on to Suela. Abrinas goes high. Reversal. Yul for three. Wasn't a lot of pressure from Iran, but it's just great to watch. Still only a 4-point game. Haddadi. Ball handed off. Yakshali. Haddadi at the ring. Easy two. He blows it. Aldama inside, outside. Abrinas in the corner for three. Timeout. Hakan Demir will take the timeout. It's not as if they're playing poorly. They're just dried up scoring-wise to such an extent as we see the Abrinas three that even Haddadi missed it from 2 feet.
Yeah, we'll take and listen in on this timeout by Iran, but every time you make a bad miss or a mistake, good teams make you pay, and that's what we've seen by Spain.
Don't rush, okay? On defensively, offensively. Make defense, get the rebound, stay together, okay? The first ball. bend up. Do bend up. Go. Inside opposite. Go here. Hasan come settle this. Go. Don't let them make easy. Çabuk gel. Quick play and roll. Okay.
I like the way Coach Demir is looking at this. As you said, it's a massive opportunity to help us as team transitions, playing against a team of this quality, doing the things it does, because it's really going to challenge you defensively, challenge your ability to read the floor. Ali Akbari checks back in. Kazemi is back in. Adadi sits. And it's pretty much the starting lineup for Iran. It is the starting lineup for Iran. Yakhshali needs a pass, gets one. Kazemi is the man to release the pressure. They haven't been 6 feet, any closer than 6 feet to the three-point line, and they're taking the prayer, and I think it's a shot clock violation. They never got more than 6 feet away from the three-point line for the whole of that offense.
And that's what Spain do to you.
I think coach is going to challenge the 24-second call.
It'll be close, that's for sure.
Well, obviously, some of his staff said he got it off because I don't think he'd have been in a position to really follow that.
Okay, we are on a wide head coach challenge for a shot clock violation. Okay. So it's clear violation, 4:05 on the game clock. Confirm?
Yeah, confirm.
Okay, after review, we got shot clock violation, no basket, side out foot red with 4:05 on the game clock. Haz la señal que no, the signal.
No basket, shot clock violation.
Can you put 4:05? 4:05 on the game clock. 0:05 on the game clock. 4:05.
It was very clearly.
Yeah.
Nunes will advance the basketball. 4 to go in the half. Spain almost back to normal service. Dama lifts, open three, doesn't get it to drop. They're going to call the foul on the floor. Yeah, the foul had already been committed.
Yeah, I think that's a good call by the referee.
Nunes out top. Abrinas chooses that way to go, gets it to Nunes as he repositions. Great movement by Spain. They can't get the three to drop. Venezuela couldn't knock down the open look. Juancho Hernan Gomez is going to check back in. Gon goes up with a tough one and one. Peter Guiguran just came with intent as he curled, kissed it off the glass. Aldama's going to sit as Juancho Hernan Gomez returns.
I think what I'm liking about the way that Iran plays right now is they haven't tried to change the way that they play. They're just trying to do what they are used to doing a little bit better and against better defense, better competition. And I like that they've gone out, and I really feel like they have played fearless so far in this game.
Yeah, that's a great way of wording it. Here's Nunes. Takes the ball screen. Julián Gomez. And as you can see, Juancho Hernan Gomez, or you would have seen, lifted, and everybody followed Willie Hernan Gomez's cut. Nunes out top. Suela curls, drops it inside. Willie Hernan-Gomez is fouled on his way, will shoot the throws. And that's the other thing that's impressive about Iran. They haven't just done anything more than stand up against the Spanish offense. Haven't let them run their thing and just look good. They really have tried to match the physicality.
You mentioned the fast break. They haven't given up a lot of fast break, not even a lot of really semi-transition, transition baskets. So I really think that was probably a point of emphasis. Hey, guys, limit our turnovers, limit our bad shots, which they've done on the offensive end. And then if we do miss, we got to stop the ball, but we also really got to get back.
Well, just a 4-point game. Willie Hernan-Gomez knocks down the second. Peter Giaguran hands it off. Amini. Shali looks at a drive lane, doesn't find it. Spain still protect the three-point line. Oh, the tough lean away with no time on the clock. Shali keeps it alive. Giaguran has it. Shali drops it. I mean, he puts it on the floor. Had a look, but decided not to take it. And Alex Zabrinas almost gets a piece of it. Iran will take the timeout. And I think it's more to get a blow into get them and restart again with only 2 minutes 33 to go.
Hey guys, we got 2:30. Let's dig down and see. Make sure Spain doesn't run away with it in this last 2:30.
Because that's a 5-point lead. Done a great job so far, Iran.
Arsalan, you can come like this, ask the ball. After that, Hasan set the screen to Beynam. Once.
Well, Spain wouldn't have been human if they didn't come out here a little bit flatter than they came for the Brazil game yesterday on game day 2 in this group.
But really, it wasn't until the fourth quarter where Spain, I think, just showed how deep their bench is, and they can wear teams down over the course of a 40-minute game.
Yeah. So 6 seconds on the possession. Amini will inbound, Griogan will inbound the basketball. Yakshali goes to the corner. Going with a little floater, doesn't get it to go. That'll be a shot clock violation as Giaguran's tough runner didn't hit anything. Nunes will advance the basketball. Suela comes off the stack, gets it back to, again, Gomez, brother to brother, easy 2. And again, the action creates so many options, and they just smartly pick the right one. 7-point game. Giaguran. Kazemi gets it back to him. Kazemi repositions. Giaguran has it taken away. Going to be a jump ball, I think, or they're going to call. No, they're going to go. Or are they going to call a foul? Yes, they are. Juancho Hernan-Gomez for coming over the top.
And that's the kind of respect, you know, you saw Haddadi and Willie there looking at each other, kind of smiling, maybe talking a little bit of trash. But this is what I mean. Players around the world know who Haddadi is.
Absolutely.
And they're probably enjoying getting an opportunity to play against him as well.
There's another cute little catch and give and go pass. Everybody looks better when he's on the floor. 5-point game. Again, Gomez lines up the three and knocks it down. Guguran will take the ball screen from Kazemi. Haddadi is out top, will look to hand off. Drops it into Yakshali. Is blocked with 7 on the possession. Abrines gets a piece of it. Almost had to go up, he had nowhere else to go. Amini doesn't get it. They're going to go long side, but they can't get there. Haddadi's going to be the last option. Oh, what a pass. Oh, what a pass and what a finish. Absolutely super.
What you don't realize is how far away from the three-point line Haddadi was, and he's the one who indicated, hey, you got to go ahead and backdoor. And the pinpoint pass, he led his teammate, help side, not even aware, as Hernan Gomez comes over a little bit too late there, so it's going to be a three-point play opportunity. That pass is incredibly, he makes it look easy, but it's incredibly hard to do.
An overhead bounce pass, you know.
You don't really teach that either.
No, but the pace and the timing and everything is just world class. Privilege to see him play. Willie Hernan goes with a sky hook for 2. That's a generational picture. Hernan Gomez going over Haddadi. Yakshali having another solid game. Haddadi puts it on the floor. Got to put it up. Couldn't get it away because the defense was smart. Guran's 3 just hit nothing. Haddadi's going to sit down. Going to be replaced by Hassan Ali Akbali. Spain take the timeout with 23 seconds remaining in this first half. It's been one of the highlights of these through group games to see Haddadi play. Let's take a listen to Sergio Scariolo.
Hombre o zona. Darío aquí, Alex aquí, Billy aquí, Juancho aquí, hey, Juan aquí. Vamos a 8 segundos. Preparad si hubiese presión, un special 5, si es presión, ¿vale? Bloqueas fuerte aquí. ¿Con qué segundo? 8. Venimos y no le hagas esto. Me he equivocado yo. Lo que quiero es un step. Viene recto para hacer un short roll aquí y atacar. Tienes Darío aquí.
Well, it's a passing clinic.
It really is.
Haddadi.
And those kind of reads and passes, and he's reading the game. You can't really teach that. Yeah, you could teach the fundamentals of how to make a pass. Not sure the overhead bounce pass is really one of those. But as you see his averages here today, you can't teach someone to feel the game. And he feels the game.
Nunes with advance it. Spain trying to get the last shot of the quarter where Iran have really challenged them. Chance to make this a 10 or a 9-point lead going into the halftime break. Again, Gomez for 2 is good. Iran have just about got enough time. Well, they haven't got enough time now because Spain slowed them up. And at the half, the defending world champions have a 43-34 advantage, and Iran have been good And it's forced Spain to really pick up their level.
Yeah, you said it as we see the shooting percentages. Spain shooting the ball very well from 2-point. Iran, 9 assists compared to just 16, and 3 of those are from Haddadi. As we see, Hernan Gomez was the two Hernan Gomez brothers leading Spain. Yakchali having a good day for Iran. And you mentioned it, you know, Iran playing well and not backing down. And I don't think it shocked Spain. You're playing at a World Cup. You have to, and you're the reigning champs. You have to expect that you have a bullseye on your back, and every team's going to want to come in and knock you off. But I think they started a little bit slow, as you see the key players, Yakchali with 8 points, Aldama with 5 points for Spain. I think it's great. I think it's a great opportunity for Iran to, you know, more individually for their players to get to go up against great players, and they haven't backed down, and they've been fearless, and that's what I'm just loving about this Iran team, who, you know, yeah, okay, they trail by 9, but unfortunately it was a lot closer game the last couple minutes, and we saw Coach Demir take a timeout with 2:33 left, and I think he took that timeout to try and, you know, get the guys, we got 2:33, let's try and not let it run away from us, because we know that Spain can get out and run and put up points quickly if you let them. Well, they did go on a little bit of a run, but it's still single digits, and this game's interesting.
Yeah, absolutely interesting, and they trail by as many as 7, and I like the way that, well, that is, as I said, we said it was a privilege to watch that play, but you know, Yakchali's backed up yesterday's day two's performance with a really solid performance in that first half. I mean, it's happened a few times where the lesser team has really challenged the favored team and has forced the level of the game to rise. And there's the only field goal for Haddadi in the first half. And the most pleasing thing, I think, for Spain will be that they've managed to get their level back up to a level that they'll accept as being good, because they don't want to be up and down going into the top 16 playoff round. They want to be on a roll, keep the momentum moving. Doesn't look like Rudy Fernandez is going to play today.
No.
I think that's, when you are a veteran, you can get a day off. But it's been a really nice performance by Iran, really credible performance. We're going to take a break now. We'll see you shortly for the second half.
Whatever our gender, color, belief, or capability, we are all on the same team.
We have the power to change lives through basketball.
Together, we are stronger. No matter your origin,
basketball
can bring everyone together.
Basketball for good.
Gets rejected. Well, my goodness gracious. Renza Bondo just making a statement block there.
Fournier, nowhere to go, nice defense, skip, and it's a turnover. El Darwish, that's got to be his 3rd steal. And nice run by his teammates is Zenon.
We'll keep adding on to the turnovers, and Wagner just having his way, muscling through. This is turning into a pickup game.
Turns it over, and here comes a Souza with a windmill. Wow, that is just a monumental moment.
Tominaga, 1 speed, beating Ingles, and the block on the board. Your boy Cooks. Cooks gets it back, no one stepping up.
Zadia Cooks is in a rich vein of form, carrying on from that really good last quarter.
Gets it back, and Wagner's gone. A miscue, and Finland's going the other way. Markkanen with the two-hand jam.
That's where FIBA needs to be careful. The good hustle to try and to stop the errant pass in the over and back.
Goal baseline. Must go by. Finds Quinones. Quinones all the way. Good ball reversal. Good defensive rotation by the Angolans, but in the end, Andreas Feliz just dissects the defense down.
Oh my goodness, it's easy.
16 feet and in, he's so tough. He can stop like in an instant. He can get past you. He can create different angles. He may not be the best three-point shooter in the world.
Oh, what a shot from Paco Cruz. He was literally out of bounds and just has such a golden feel for the ball.
Wow, what good basketball there by Latvia. Nice patience. Zagals attacks the defense, draws two, and finds his big man.
Away in the flush. That is unbelievable.
These guys will be legends in their own country, but also in the international basketball world forever.
things. What did he do? He went back and played for free in his local team where he started. And, you know, he never forgets that. So. Iran. Competition. Tough second round for them though, playing Canada, who've looked really good, and Latvia. You don't just play Latvia, you play...
Latvia's my Cinderella team right now.
You play 2,500 Latvian fans and Latvia. And again, Latvia will know all about Spain because obviously another European team. So it's going to be a tough ask, but Spain would start in that group along with Canada as the favorites to progress.
Little show on the position, don't give, but stop the ball, but don't give. First ball, play outside, okay, outside. Avini come to this side, Arsalan come with sprint, with four. Ali, with four, they do show up or four, they do ice or show. Okay, it doesn't matter. When you come, Amini, wait the screen, don't play too high. Go
Usarlo con un buen bloqueo y usar bien el bloqueo con fuerza. No hacerse echar para afuera, ¿vale? Si no, sale Alex, vuelve con Billy, jugamos los screens. Vamos, tío, ¿vale? Venga, vamos a hacer defensa. 1, 2, 3.
Well, and listen to the Courtside app. There's the World Cup app to get all the information on what's going on here in Jakarta, what's going on in Japan, and what's going on in Manila. All the preliminary group action completes today. Check out the schedules for the teams who have qualified. See what their route to the next stage will be, who they would potentially play. That's all there on that on those apps. But we're back here in Jakarta with Spain, the defending champions with the basketball. Juan Núñez, one of the new names, should we say, of this World Cup, gets Spain into the half court. Abrines, the ball just never sticks. Yule inside, stops, pops. Can't get it to drop. And Peter, Theo Grogan gets Iran into the half court. Amini moves it on. Haddadi starts the second half. Another pass that I think even his teammate wasn't expecting. Haddadi's gonna have to put up the lean away. 2 is good. I'd be wanting a selfie with him after the game if I was playing. Nunes turns it over, trying to be a little bit Showtime. Amini holds it.
But you know, there's a lot of players that go to the NBA from outside of the United States, and they stick around for a few years, but really just kind of role players and bench players. That wasn't the case for Haddadi. He played for quite a while.
Yep. And just the impact of him playing in the NBA for basketball in Iran was just immense. Adama needs a pass. But Daddy gets a steal. I hope they give it to him and not to Amini, who collected it. Amini breaks the defense down, goes inside, needs a pass. Kazini has it, tries to back in, inside out, ball comes off of Aldama, and Iran will have it on the side with 7 on the possession. Amini for 3 is good. Super little start to the second half by Iran. Nunes off the ball screen. Yul. Aldama lines up the 3, is long, in fact very long. And Willie Hogan Gomez adds to his rebound numbers with the offensive rebound.
It's kind of been a quiet, feels like it's been a quiet night for Willie Hernan Gomez as far as kind of scoring goes, but he still had 7 points at halftime and 5 rebounds. It's funny when that's a quiet night for someone.
Yeah, that's a quiet one.
And there's still 20 more minutes left to play.
Yul comes off the screen, just super decision. Read the defense, couldn't knock the 3 down. Chali. Yarugan puts it on the floor, looks to try and create a drive lane, has to back it out, takes the tough 3, is short. Nunes with a rebound, has a chance to run. Ablines lines up the 3 in transition, is good. Opened up, meaning super drive, will go to the free throw line. Really ripped it through and went. And Abrinis was never going to be able to recover. And Amini continues to impress. Pretty sure Monaco will be very happy that they've got him on a few years of a contract left, because there'll be interest around the world about what happens to Amini. Not, there already is interest, but enhancing his reputation at this tournament.
Oh, absolutely, 18-year-old. I'm not sure, do you think he gets to practice at least sometimes?
Oh, I think he practices with the
often.
professional team.
Yeah.
In the majority of.
Yeah.
France have that great system where their under-21 team travels with the senior team. They play before the senior team. He's had one outing with Monaco. Monaco are playing in the EuroLeague. They're a very, very tough organization. Great opportunity for him. Yep. Nunes, same play. Aldama now takes it down the lane. Little runner for 2 is good. Didn't settle for the 3 on that one. Shaki gets it into the half court. Daddy looks down low. Charlie needs a pass. Daddy leans back on that mid-range jumper, gets the roll. Believes he was fouled. I've got to say, if he thinks he's been fouled, I'll go with him.
We're going to say everything he says is correct from now on.
Absolutely.
Next few games that he will be playing for Iran. He has mentioned that this is his last World Cup for sure.
Nunes gets to the lane and puts it between you and Aldama. You for deep is short. Aldama just hunts down the rebound. Avelines needs a pass, finds a pass. Aldama thinks about the 3, does the middle hard. Super decision, great finish. And coach says, stay on the floor. Spain with the 50-43. And a really, really impressive performance here by Iran. I mean, there's nothing more than a genuine on that. Yakhshali can't get it to drop. Defensive rebound by Aldama. Nunes will push. He's fouled. Yakhshali just couldn't get over the screen fast enough, then just ran into Sergi Yu.
Nice move from Aldama. And I know he's been in the system a little bit, Aldama, but he's kind of unknown as far as being on the senior team.
It's one of those crazy things, isn't it? How can you come under the radar in Spain?
Right, yeah, but he has.
And he has an NBA pedigree.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's been in the program for want of a...
Yes, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
He's been around, but not...
I suppose when you have so much success with teams over the years, when people join the team, you are joining the team first. It's not as if, on other teams, he would be like, oh, Aldama's joining.
And if you look at the Spanish players that played in the NBA last year, he was the most successful.
Yeah.
And, I think it's a good commitment that he made this summer to this team, to the senior team, and an opportunity to play for Scariolo and get to know these guys, because Aldama, what is he, 22 years old?
Only 22, yeah.
Yeah, so he I can imagine in a few years he might be the face of the Spanish team.
Shayeki outside takes the tough one, no time on the clock. Nunes has a chance to run. Albrinas gets his feet set in transition, doesn't get it to drop. But Aldama, as you were saying, continues to impress, not just in talent, but in work rate. Haddadi will hand it off. I mean, he goes inside to him. Nice pass. Oh.
What is great is that you and I had the opportunity to watch him live in his last, major FIBA event for Iran.
Well, it's a generational moment. He makes a great bounce pass, and Nunes just bursts to the ring down the other end. 20 years between the two of them. And he does it, foul on the play, and you've got to hope that...
Does he get an assist for that?
If he makes the throw.
Both of them, or one or two?
Just one.
Okay.
Sayed Mashiaki on the free throw line. It's like the crowd's out, he better make this. This will be his 5th assist?
Yeah, I believe so. He got the start after halftime, and there you go. So now it's his 5th assist, because he just made the free throw.
8-point game. Just could make it a 7-point game, which they do.
And we do know, even if Spain lose, they're moving on to the second round. But what a win this would be for Iran if they can. There's a lot of time.
Hey, it's not going to sound the record sheet, is it?
No.
Oh, Iran beat Spain, but Spain didn't care. It'll just say Iran beat Spain.
And Spain, they beat Brazil by 18 points the other day, but it was a lot closer game. It's just Spain blew up for a 32-point quarter in the 4th.
Ball's knocked away. Victor Clever will not be able to save it. Ball will stay with Iran with 7 seconds on the possession. Amini will sit down, going to be replaced by Benam Yakhshali. And Yakhshali in Germany, which is another one of these countries that is really growing in terms of its level, both league and national team. one of the contenders in this top competition. Blocks. I'm not sure why there was a reset.
It touched the rim.
Did it?
Yeah, his three touched the rim. Yeah,
wow,
yeah.
Well, your eyesight is far better than mine. Clever thinks about the three, puts it on the floor, attacks it, wraps the pass around. Haddadi gets a block. Aldama, as it stripped away, 2-on-1 break here. And Alberto Diaz kicks the ball away to save a certain 2. It's almost a little dangerous margin for Spain. They're only up 9. If Iran get a little run coming at the end of this quarter.
Yep, finish the quarter, maybe only down 5.
Daddy's gonna sit, he's gonna be replaced.
Thing is, if he goes to the bench,
yeah,
I don't want to say Iran can't compete, but he's such a difference maker for them.
Oh, yeah.
And he can't play for 20 minutes.
No, absolutely not. Oh, nice little handle for 2. Baridi just split the defense. Garuba moves it on. Yule will take the hand off. Goes against the screen, moves it on. Again, Gomez down the lane, has it knocked away. Should be 2 shots in my opinion. I think the referee wants to check about was he kicking it off. Yeah, they're going to give it 2 shots. Don't think there was any other option. Again, Gomez on the free throw line. But Spain have to keep ticking it over. They do not want to get into a scrappy 4th quarter. I'm sure what Sergio Scariolo would want is just manage it, do well, get whatever he needs out of the game. He does not want to get into a tense 4th quarter situation where Iran might believe they have a shot at winning this. Just 1 for 2 from the free throw line. Masayeki has it outside. We'll move it on. Agamiri gets it back, lines up the 3, is short. Clever brings and handles and just keeps it. Again, Gomez drops it inside. Garuba. Diaz reverse it back. Beautiful action, beautiful movement.
Great heads-up play there by Hernan Gomez.
Iran in the half court. Yakshali goes back against the movement of the defense. Varidi is fouled. They're not going to count that. That will be Spain's 4th. Sergi Yule's played the whole of that quarter up to that point. His minutes have been getting longer as this tournament is going on.
You know, one of, I would say, 3 real veterans. Yeah. Him, Claver, and obviously Rudy Fernandez.
8 on the possession. Vridi has it. Got to try and get a little separation. Steps back for the tough 3. Doesn't get it to go. Ball's knocked away. Diaz looks down the floor. Hernan Gomez. Soft throw down. Timeout for Iran.
And we just talked about this 2 minutes and 1 minute and 40 seconds ago. Iran, they don't want to let this game get out of hand before heading into 4th, and this is exactly what Spain does to you. They wear you down. They're not complacent. As soon as you become a little off your game, they take advantage.
Let's take a listen to Coach Demir.
Great pick and roll. Celal roll. Amiri come to this side. Meysam set screen to Benham. Benham come here. Great pick and roll to out. After that, Meysam, no shot, go to Sina on the side. Let's go. 1, 2, 3.
1:01 to go in this third quarter, and Iran will have the possession coming back. What they wouldn't give for a quick score, a stop and a score. Get it back to something in the region of 7, 6 points. Conversely, they could slip out to something like 15, 16 points. They do not want it to slip out. They need to get this back in single digits. Varidi goes hard, goes early, gets the finish over Garuba. And not many people will say that. Well, they got the first part of that. They got the quick score. Diaz to the corner. The open three is off, and they get the stop. Foul on the play. They're going to walk the floor for free throws. Great box out by Miraz Zahi.
Well, nice little opportunity here to cut it into single digits.
Well, 2 here and another stop, and they get another opportunity to score.
Yep.
Well, the first part of that is only going to have half the impact, but this will cut it to single digits. It's got to stay on the line, can't lean back, walk off the line. Makes the second. Diaz has it. Spain 9 to the good. Iran will get the ball back. Garuba on the ball reversal. Usuela needs a pass, finds one. Out of bounds, so they get another stop. 21.7 seconds remaining. They should hold for the last shot of the quarter. Could be looking at a 6-point game. They're going to give it back to Iran. The referee didn't want a quarter foul. Oh, they turned it over. Usuela gets to the keyway, needs a pass in the corner. Clever turns it down. Usuela for 3, got it. And I'm going to repeat you. If you mess up, if you turn it over, if you take a bad shot, they're going to come and punish you.
Absolutely, and you know, I think Iran missed a good opportunity to cut that lead down to about 8. Instead, we see Spain up 12 heading into the fourth, and it's just the drop-off. Unfortunately, that happens when the captain, Haddadi, has to go to the bench.
Well, the unfortunate thing was they got those stops, then they got it on the sideline and turned it over on an inbound.
Yeah.
And it's, you know, the one thing how can you do that when you're trying to get back in the game? Could have been 7, could have been 6. In the end, it's 12.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, it is only 12. You have 10 minutes left to play. I wouldn't say, you just saw the statistics there. Spain not necessarily shooting the lights out of the ball, so you know that's a positive. They're only 33% from 3. Okay, yeah, they're 52 from 2-point range. You know, if Iran sees a couple shots go in, they get a couple stops, they're right back in this game. And the big thing about Iran, they've taken care of the ball exceptionally in this game, and Spain's a good defensive team, and to only turn it over 5 times against them, either Spain or, you know, they're a little less aggressive tonight, or Iran are just doing a really, really good job. Unfortunately, they're just missing some easy shots.
Yeah, and it's either that, or you normally say it's either that or the field goal percentage is low, but Iran's field goal percentages aren't disastrously low. They could be better, but they're not disastrously low. So they're in a real situation where That's why that last turnover really, really hurts them. You know, 12, if Spain start the quarter really well, all of a sudden it becomes 16, 18. Even if at the start of the quarter well, it'd have been at 10, and it'd still be in the game. So, but what they've proved is they can live with this Spanish team. Can they get a run and get back in this? Vahidi with the ball. Marazi looks for the handoff, needs a pass. Yeah, they got to call that offensive because he was trying to clear out. And Alberto Diaz, when he plays defense, is as good as anybody. Just took away the option. I mean, he's grown in his ability, but he was always known as a super defender. Garuba's the release. Diaz gets it back. They'll take the ball screen. Again, Gomez. Quick pick, pop. Garuba in the corner. Well, they got it out of that situation so quickly, and sometimes you don't have to move to get open. Victor Clever in space, beautifully found. Penetration in traffic, comes up short. Well, Agramiri. And the decision was good. It's exactly what you were talking about. That's just another shot they've got to make. You know? Substitution coming in. Kazimi. Vahidi, 10 on the possession. Achali. Foul on the play. Mirzahi. So Garuba's not going to be, obviously it's not a shock to him, but he's not going to be as used to players trying to make that second move as opposed to just trying to go over.
Go straight up and dunk it, you know, his NBA experience where if you catch the ball that low, you just go straight up with it, right?
And Mirzari makes the throw. Putting another decent performance in on the inside for this team, a little undersized, not the athleticism of Garuba. Used his footwork to get the shot and draw the foul. Spain with a 13-point advantage, just over 8.5 to go. Diaz gets it into the half court. Garuba picks, pops, passes, will screen again and dive. Diaz finds Garuba in traffic though. Gets it off to Diaz. 3 on the clock. Diaz relaxes, strokes it. Garuba just outworked everybody, kept it alive. Ooh. Diaz would always stay in stance, always draw that type of contact. Referee thought he was a little late, so called the blocking foul. Guguran gets it into the half court. Yakchali gets to the foul line and kicks. Manini for 3 is good. He looked good in game day 2. He's looked better in game day 3.
Yeah.
Learning as the tournament develops. Garuba goes hard, loses control, needs a pass, finds one. Suela outside, puts it on the floor, goes quick, gets to the baseline, needs a pass. Gonna have to put this up. Herman Gomez with a tough 3 is good. And Iran can't do any more than they just did. And Herman Gomez just makes an enormously tough 3.
And, you know, I wouldn't say he's the best three-point shooter on this Spanish team, but clock awareness, able to get his shot off.
Gets a block the other way. Riosuela. Clever to the corner, doesn't get it. Gruber down the lane. I think it came off his thigh. Goes back to Iran. Haddadi's going to check back in, which we're always happy about.
Always happy. He's just fun to watch.
Oh, God, yeah.
It's actually a really, really nice article on the FIBA World Cup website about him.
Well, turnover by Amini. Unnecessary, but got to do it again at this end of the floor. 15-point game. Hernan Gomez hands it up. Riosuela gets it. Hernan Gomez just made a three, thinks about it. Garuba, nice cut, nice pass. Chali will take the ball screen. Get over the top. Three is short. And Hernan Gomez is having a fourth quarter. Numbers at both ends of the floor.
Yep, he's doing it at both ends of the floor.
That's goaltend, and that's assist number 6, I think, for Haddadi. Para comes back into the game. Has Para been back in the game since he started?
Not a lot.
Not a lot.
But this is where, you know, we're not seeing Rudy Fernandez tonight, and that this is how they wear teams down, because it has been a close game all game, and now we have 6 minutes left. 15-point lead for Spain because, okay, they are 11 deep tonight, but usually they're 12 deep. Let's try and listen in.
In 6 minutes, we have to play all together, our best defense, best offense. Together. Don't rush. Don't rush. Play this. One side oyna, tamam mı? Peter, you bring the ball. Arsalan, roll. Go to end off to Amini. Amini come. Benham, you come. Amini cut. First position, like.
Well, featured Hernan Gomez in this piece, and we just said he's having a fourth quarter. 3-point line, taking it to the ring. Has his feet set, knocks the shots down, and has really looked, well, what he is, which is just a really, really quality player. 19 points personal on 80% from the floor. And one of the things Sergio Scariolo does do, regardless of the rotations in the game, if someone is feeling it and is in the rhythm,
he stays.
He stays.
Yeah.
The rotations aren't fixed, or they're not like we're going to have to do this. Again, Gomez, Willie version gets the 2. 6 minutes for Iran to try to close this margin, or at the very least, continue to make this a really positive night at the office. Charlie. Spain all over the passing lane. Charlie gets it to Haddadi. Got to put it up. Meaning for 3 is short. Yeah, leads the break. It's a reposition on the screen, wraps it. Hernan Gomez chips it inside. He's on the glass, can't control it. Spain cannot, even though they had 3 hands on it, get it. Kazemi gets it up. Amini with a tough finish for 2. Love the effort. Para back in the game, as just said. It's almost like he's searching for a roll. Hernan Gomez for the 3. Obviously far too much time left on the clock for that one to go.
I'm kind of surprised that Hadidi checked back into the game, knowing that they do have a game tomorrow. it'll be hard for him to, I would imagine, feel good on a back-to-back.
Yeah, very difficult.
Physically.
Steps back, leans back, doesn't get it to go this time. Venezuela will advance it. Little give and go down the lane. Little return favor as Hernan Gomez goes to Hernan Gomez. 78-61. Amini. Haddadi will look to hand off. Oh, tough finish. Venezuela can't get the tough runner to go. Had to go over Haddadi. Haddadi will advance it. Nice pass.
And that would have been another assist. Unfortunately, can't make the easy layup. And this is, you know, do I think they missed a lot of easy shots? Maybe not a lot, but I think they've missed enough where this game could be, you know, around that 10-point margin.
Yeah. Shots that not only have they missed those shots, but then Spain
they've led to something, yeah, on the other end, yeah.
It's Spain get easy ones when they miss easy ones. Nunes is back, Aldama is back. Juancho Hernan Gomez will sit down. That's another impressive night at the office for him. Nunes. Venezuela off the down screen, can't get the three to drop. Haddadi gets another positive stat. Para's going to be charged with the personal. .313 remains, and I'm even more surprised that Haddadi doesn't sit now.
Right. So we know 100% they're playing tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely.
Spain will have a day off to prepare for their game.
Tough finish. Young Charlie again demonstrating again. It really does have a level that he's capable of playing for a round. For a lot more, even though he's 28, he's got a number of years left in him. Venezuela. Easy pass, nice look. Venezuela, like every Spanish player, had 3 or 4 options. He could have gone anywhere.
Yep.
Giron. Haddadi is the release. Amini tries to work some space, doesn't really get advantage. He's going to have to put up the deep 3, which is no good. Amini is going to be charged with a foul on the glass. .223. Spain 80-65 to the good. And substitution coming in off the Iranian bench. And Matin Agrajanpour. He got called up on the back screen. No one communicated. Para looks down low. Hernan Gomez off the dribble, drops the 2. That's tough. That's off one step.
Yeah, that's off one step. He knew he had a mismatch opportunity. Just goes right at him. Not much you can do there defensively. Maybe try and take the charge.
When he's off the one dribble, what can you do?
Yeah.
You know, you haven't got time to reposition. You haven't really got time to get off the floor to challenge it. It's almost like stay out of the way and don't send him to the line for the extra. Hernan Gomez, chance to make this an 18-point advantage. And it's, I wouldn't say unfair on Iran, but it hasn't been a 20-point game for most of this game at all.
But wouldn't you say that about the Brazil-Spain game as well?
A little bit, a little bit.
Yeah.
It was slightly different, obviously, because...
Different intensity.
Yeah, they had a third quarter where they just dried up Spain.
Yeah. Only
14 points in that quarter. Followed it up by 34, but But it is that wear you down type of way they play.
Yep.
They don't make many mistakes. They don't give you many things easy.
No.
They'll do things like that every now and again, and they're just relentless as Garuba just gets the little put in with the one hand. Would have liked to have thrown that one down, just overthrown. Amini. Amini, 5 on the possession. Yakchali, Garuba's going after it. Has to put up the tough one with 1 on the clock. Great work on the glass. Suela just pushes. Will want the foul for that, doesn't get it. Mashayeki moves it on. Now pulls it out. Wants the ball screen. Goes the other way though. Reverse it. Haddadi. Oh. Spain just scramble. Haddadi's going to have to put up the 3. Doesn't get it to drop. Aldama finishes the defensive series. They have 5 guys down the floor. We're in the last minute of this one. Hara can't get the 3 to go. But Charlie just about secures it and says, hey, on. And this is why we were saying maybe he could have left the game a little earlier.
Yeah. And did you just see that though? Like that is respect. I mean, not just people, not just basketball players in Iran, basketball players around the world know that man.
Yeah. It's good. It's so good to see.
Yep.
Last 40 seconds. Let's just say it's been a Spain type performance, but Iran have forced them to come to play. Mashayeki can't get the 2 to drop. Nunes would advance the basketball, about a 4-second differential between the game and the possession clock. Nunes turns it over, not the way he wants to finish the game. Yakshali gives it up. The 3 to finish it is short. And Para comes down with a defensive rebound. And I think Nunes' reaction to the last turnover tells you everything about here. His team's won by 20 and he's still disappointed with the way he finished the game. But Spain have completed the group stage as they defend their World Cup title with an 85-65 victory over Iran.
Well, you felt like Spain was always going to win, but there were definitely moments where you said maybe Iran can pull off the incredible upset against the #1 team in the world, and then I think we're going to be saying this all tournament long. Spain, if given the opportunity, are just going to wear you down. Do I think Spain moving forward in this tournament, we know that they're going to have to play Canada and Brazil.
Latvia.
Canada and Latvia. Do I think that maybe moving on in this tournament, I don't think they can continue to start slow like they have. Because against a good team, if they start like that, they might get out to too big of a lead and make it a lot more difficult for Spain to come back.
That's a really good point, and it's the other side of that equation is, are some of those other teams going to get worn down as well because they're as deep? Now Latvia's a different game, obviously they've got lots of injury issues, and that'll be a different type of game, but as we see the stats, you've got to give credit to Iran. Their 3-point shooting really did dip in that fourth quarter. 31 rebounds, they were out rebounded by 12. 32 assists for Spain is where Spain are most games because they just share the ball so well. The Hurricane Gomez brothers, top score for Spain. But it's very much like how can Spain start in games, and also are they going to get as much as the game goes on, because Canada are deep, when it gets up, if they get past the round of 16, every team they'll play will have enough depth.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, I think there were a lot of positives in this game for Spain. There were a lot more positives in this game for Iran moving on in this tournament, where they'll be looking for their first win of the tournament. But Spain, on the other hand, you know, I think they will continue to improve. And you said it's difficult. Before the game started, you said it's difficult for sometimes teams to come out and play maybe a less talented team, and how do you get motivated enough for that game? Well, guess what? There's no reason why they should not be motivated moving on in this tournament is Spain, because they're going to go up against some very, very good competition in my Cinderella team, Latvia, and then a very impressive Canada team who, yeah, we knew them individually, but they were unknown going into this tournament as a team.
Absolutely right, and I think, you know, when people are going to start looking at these games going forward, Spain will be playing Latvia and Canada, as you say, and that's going to tell us a little bit more about the defending champions. But this is a little bit deja vu, because at every stage of Eurobasket last year, people said, well, Spain are playing well, but they're not good enough to win. And that's exactly where they are now. Not so much they're not playing well enough, have they got enough to win? Because every other team has got massive superstar performers. Spain have got great performers. They've got a lot of them. And they are deep, and they showed that again today. You never know who's going to be the person who really does spark them. So intriguing round of 16 to come. It's going to be really, really interesting to see how Spain continue. Don't write off Brazil. They've got a way of playing. Absolutely don't write off Latvia with those fans. And don't forget, Canada are in a great place. Well, here's confirmation of Group G. Spain with a perfect 3-0 record, and Brazil will go to the last 16. But Cote d'Ivoire and Iran will be in classification games, and they start tomorrow. And they have to go back-to-back games. That's tough, but they'll cope. We'll see you, though, for those classification games tomorrow. For now, from Shona and I, it's good night.